Hi, and welcome back. We're going to be solving number 29 on your homework assignment in section 9.6, solving rational expressions. Okay, the first thing we want to do is factor the denominators. We cannot factor that any further. We cannot factor that any further. So I'm just going to go ahead and put parentheses around them. I'll put it over 1. And I suppose you can make this look like a factor form. We'll leave it like that. Okay, so now what I want to do next is I want to make an LCD list. So LCD. My first thing will be 2x plus 5. That'll be my first. And my second would be 1, but we don't normally use 1, so we're not going to use 1. The next one will be 3 and x. So it'll be 3 and x. That'll be my last factor. And that's it. We're done. We've got one sample of each, so we're ready to get started. So my next step I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply each term by the LCD, because what that's going to do is going to eliminate my denominator. So let's begin. 7x plus 1. I'm going to multiply it times 2x plus 5 times 3x all over 2x plus 5 plus the number 1. It's got to get multiplied by also the LCD. I'm going to start putting the 3x in front. I like to have the 3x in front. 3x times 2x plus 5 all over just 1. Finally, we have the last one, which is 10x minus 3. Also going to get multiplied by the LCD, which is 3x and 2x plus 5. Very, very long problem. It's almost not even a very good problem to do on the board. All over 3x. Because it might not even fit. So I'm going to go as far as I can, and if I have to break it up into 2, I'll break it up into 2. Okay, if we look closely here, we're going to notice that we have factors that match top and bottom, so we're going to go ahead and cancel. Over here there's no denominator, so nothing will cancel. But here we have 3x that will cancel with 3x. Our denominator is now officially gone. So now I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this. But when I rewrite it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do distributive property. So I'm going to be distributing. So I'll do first 3x times 7 will give me 21x squared. And then 3x times 1 will give me positive 3x. Okay, I've multiplied this piece. Now I'm going to do the next. This one, I'm going to get rid of it because, I mean, if it makes you feel better, I'll do 1 divided by 1. But 1s don't change anything. So I'm going to distribute the 3x. So we now have 3x times 2x. So that gives me positive 6x squared. Make sure if you see any mistakes, let me know early on so that I don't go any further. And then finally we have 3x times 5 gives me 15x. And then we have equals. And now here we're going to do a FOIL. We'll do 10x times 2x will give me 20x squared. Then 10x times 5 will give me 50x. That's a huge number, 50x. And then I'm going to have underneath here negative 3 times 2x will give me negative 6x. And then again negative 3 times 5 will give me a negative 15. Okay, so we've distributed everything that we had to distribute. Everything has been multiplied. So now it's time to combine like terms. So if you look closely here, you'll notice that we have an x squared term here and an x squared term there. So I'm going to combine them. So we have 21x squared and 6x squared. That'll give us 27x squared. The next thing we're going to look for now would be our x's. So here we have x and here we have an x. So I'm going to go ahead and combine those. That'll give me 18x. Looks like we're done with that. I'm going to go ahead and put an equal sign. I like to have the equal sign going straight down, but in these problems you can't really do it because they start getting small and the equal sign will start getting dragged to the left. So I'm just going to leave it alone. And over here, it looks like I can combine these down here. I can combine these to give me 50 minus 6 would be 44x, positive 44x. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. Will be 20x squared plus 44x minus 15. My 5s are terrible, so hopefully you're able to kind of understand. There we go. That looks a little better. Okay, so we have 20x, we have a 44, and then we have a minus 15x. Okay, now we're going to get rid of all these. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring all these to this side by getting rid of all these. So there goes. I'm going to get rid of a 20x by subtracting 20x squared. I get rid of a 20x squared by subtracting 20x squared. Then I'm going to subtract 44x to get rid of that. And then I'm going to add a 15 to get rid of that. Now you do it to the right and you have to do it to the left. So I'm going to go ahead and put this guy underneath this one. So I'll put minus 20x squared. This 44x I'm going to put minus 44x. And this 15 won't match anything, so I'll put it kind of far off over here, so it'll be a plus 15. I'm going to underline everything here. Now, if you look closely, you're going to see that your 20x squared will cancel your 20x squared, your 44x will cancel your 44x, and your 15 will cancel your 15. So now we're left with 27 minus 20 will give me 7x squared. And then the middle term would be, we have a negative 44 and an 18. So if we have to do a little bit of math up to the side, let's see here. We have 44, I'll do it down here. 44 minus 18. We have opposite sign. We borrow 3, 1, 14. That will be a 6. And then so it'll be 26. So we'll end up with a negative 26x, and then finally we'll have the 15x, just a 15 by itself, and that will be equal to 0. Okay, so now we have factored, and everything looks like it's in the right order where how it's supposed to be. So now, can I divide something in each term? The answer is no. Nothing. I can't pick anything to divide each term by. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start my factoring. I'm going to go ahead and make a list of factors on the left. I'll do 1 times 7 and 7 times 1. It repeats at that point. I'll do the 15 now. 1 times 15, 3 times 5, 5 times 3, and 15 times 1. Those repeat there. Like I said, we only need one repeat. We don't need both. So I'm going to get rid of this repeat. So I'm going to start looking for a negative 26. I'm looking for a negative 26. 15 and 7. That won't do it. How about 5 and 21? 5 and 21, that'll give me the 26, won't it? Because 5 plus 21 will give me 26. It looks like we found our factors. So I'm going to go ahead and put our little factors here, our little parentheses. Make sure we make it equal to 0. So these two go in the front. So I'll put a 1 there, I'll put a 7 there. These two go in the front. And these two go in the back of the parentheses. There'll be a 3 and a 5. Don't forget to put x's here because we are trying to recreate that x squared. And because that's a positive, they're going to be the same. What's same? Well, that guy tells you exactly what's same. It's going to be, they're both going to be negative. Okay, now I have to test the middle term to see how it looks. So I'm going to be multiplying. I'm going to have 7 times negative 3 would be negative 21. And then the bottom one here would be 1 times negative 5 would give me negative 5. And both of those have x's. And if I combine those, I will get negative 26x, which is exactly what I'm looking for, negative 26x. So now I'm going to go off over to this side. I'm going to continue with my little factors here. So it's x minus 3, and I have a 7x minus 5, and they're both equal to 0. Again, zero product property. I'll make this equal to 0, I'll make that equal to 0. So it'll be x minus 3 is equal to 0. That one's done. Now this one here, 7x minus 5 is equal to 0. So we've done that. So now we're going to do opposite. So opposite of negative 3 will be positive 3. And these two will cancel out, leaving me with x is equal to 3. So it looks like we have a first answer there. Next one. I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And after I add 5 to both sides, of course, these are gone. And So now I'm going to bring down the 7x. So I bring down the 7x. I end up with 7x is equal to 5. Divide both sides by 7. And I am trying to hurry up here because I will run out of tape. X is equal to 5 over 7. And there it is. Let me check the answer. That would be number 29. 5 over 7 and 3. Now, let's see here. Will the 3 will work there. So it looks like there won't be a problem. Now, make sure that you got to check for extraneous. So if you're taking a test or when it's important, make sure you plug them in to make sure that the left is equal to the right. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.